Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 139 of the Yarnivore Podcast. Do not adjust your volume. I am sick. I am also Sadie Ruin. Blue Ruin on Ravelry, We Shoot Stars on Plurk, Sadie Ruin on Twitter and Instagram. And I will be your host today. Probably be a short show. FYI. Mom came and stayed, and that was awesome, which is why you didn't get a podcast last week. This week, I am ill. She left me with the flu. I'm not sure if we gave it to her or she gave it to me, but either way, flu me zonked out. This is the most human I have been in the last week. Not even gonna lie to you. Since Thursday. Mom left Thursday, I was feeling okay. Friday, I was starting to feel funny. Friday night, I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. And Saturday, could not move. Bebop says hello. He just shook himself. So, yeah. That's why the podcast is day late. Day later than it's day late Monday. I am looking at my dyes, which sit in the spare room over there. And, I need to get dyeing. I haven't been able to dye because I've been so sick. I actually have not been able to do anything but sleep, eat, and consume NyQuil. I could be their spokesperson by now. It's kind of sad. So, anyway, I do have a show for you. I have done a lot. If you're not noticing, I'm wearing the calligraphy cardigan. It got finished, and then my mother, who is very kind, put buttons on it for me. See? Cute buttons. We went out and bought buttons while she was here. See? There you go. They're wooden. I got them at Joann's. There was a sale. There was a sale. I can't resist a good sale. I could stand up and show you, but it's not going to happen. Again, I'm ill. Let's just be glad I put a bra on. Okay? There's no pajama pants on. And Bebop is earthing, and I don't know why he's earthing, but he's earthing. So I did finish the calligraphy. It's comfy. I like it. Petrie has already made a home on it a few times. Looks like she may have snagged a stitch. Trust Petrie. It's kind of furry. I'm not sure if you can tell. Ignore Bebop, because I will. He's being needy. All the pets are being needy because I'm sick. And as soon as I get sick, they all get needy, and they won't leave me alone. And Petrie is kind of like my shadow. She even sits on the mat while I go to the washroom. She sits on the bathroom mat. She is definitely the nursemaid of the family. It's like, not leaving you alone, Mom. So I finished the calligraphy cardigan. That was awesome. I like the fit. I think it's shorter than it was supposed to be because in the picture, it looks long, but yeah, no. Not as long on me. I tend to have to lengthen things anyway, but I'm glad with that because I don't really like things too long. It drives me bonkers anyway. And aside from that, Beetle says hi too. Aside from that, yeah, no. I was talking about it with a friend when I was doing the sleeves, and she said to go down a needle size for the ribbing or else I'd hate myself. So I went down a needle size for the ribbing, and I don't hate myself. Can't fit 8 arms in here, which is nice. I thought the sleeves were going to be way too long, but they are actually the perfect length. And if they were way too long, you can always fold them, right? It's not a big deal. But I like the length that I got on the sleeves. This is a calligraphy cardigan by Hannah Fettig out of Madeline Tosh DK in the Fjord colorway. Shush. What is up with you guys? Seriously? Okay, if I scratch her head, she won't talk. Bebop's gonna bark. What's the deal? They wait until I'm talking. Because I wasn't doing anything before. Actually, I was making my coffee and writing my notes, but did anyone have anything to say when I was doing that? No? Not a single word. Not a peep. Not a perp. And I didn't feel like doing my hair, so I put on a hat, which is the Maine Island hat. It's a free pattern by Caitlin French. Moving on. Against the wishes of Beetle. Actually, I'm going to take off my calligraphy cardigan. If you have a fever, wearing a hand-knit hat, which is very warm and comfy and awesome, and a very warm sweater, which is also very comfy and awesome, probably not the smartest thing you could ever do. I'm wearing my Free Pussy Riot shirt, so free. It looks like it says Free Pussy, but it's actually Free Pussy Riot. Here. See? Riot! There's a little balaclava girl. I'm really glad you can't see that full shot because you would have just seen my gut, and you don't need to see that. I also finished the Breaking Heart Socks, which is by Christy H. Brockway. It's paid for pattern. There you go. I made the legs extra long for me. Usually I don't make them this long. Whatever. And dutifully, I have not worn them because I finished them before the new year. And I figured I would show them on the podcast. On the podcast before I put them on my feet. So they're done. Last socks of 2013. Love the pattern. It's very easy to memorize. If you easily memorize sock patterns. Those got done. And the last... Sorry, there's going to be throat clearing throughout this whole thing, if that bugs you. And if it bugs you that I sound like Tom Waits. If there's any sort of bug here, aside from Beetle, I'm sorry. Deal with it. I got nothing. The last thing I cast on and finished in 2013 was this. It is not blocked. It's very pretty, though. Let's see if I can get the... There we go. There's a little pattern in it. This is the Of the Moon, also by Caitlin French, also a free pattern out of Handspun. No, I don't like her patterns at all. What gave you that notion? They're free and they're awesome. What is not to like about this? I found it funny though when I was reading this pattern. All the instructions, it's like, please do this, please do that, please. There's lots of pleasing, and I'm like, this woman is a Canadian, and she is. Please and thank you. Always with the pleases. This is out of Handspun. This is the Frabjous Fibers in the Cathedral colorway. It's the BFL top. I spun it during the Spinzilla. This is a lot denser than it's coming up as. There we go. And because I had Navajo applied it, it looks stripy. And I like that. Stop striping down here because the repeats got too long. But either way, totally love it. And the details are simple, and I like it, and it is going to be wonderful, and I can wear it around my neck with the shawl pin my mommy brought me, which I didn't bring in here. She's pretty awesome. She can find, like, the coolest little things. She's got mad skills at finding cool little things, let me just say. So, this just needs to be blocked. But there's no way I'm putting anything around my neck right now, so I will not show you how it looks. I'll probably wear it on a future podcast. So that was the last finished object of 2013. Excitement. And I still have a fair bit left over. I think I had 300 and some yards of the Frabjous Fibers I spun. And I still have a fair bit left. So I could probably still like eke out something small. I may. I will at some point. I just don't know what. For now, it'll probably go in my Handspun scrap bins, and then I will figure out what I want to do with that. At some point, where I'm like, oh, I need scraps. Because let me tell you, you know that happens. I also, because January 1st came and went, did some snuggles. So this is snuggle number 1. And this is snuggle number 2. Just be glad I have 2, right? Right? See this blue box over here? That is my acrylic box, and while it doesn't look overflowing, it is filled to pretty much where I can see it from here. But that is filled with acrylic, and that is going to be all Snuggles all the time. So, and once I'm done that, I may have to go out and buy some more acrylic. But either way, that has to get done. And then I have to go through the rest of my stash and make sure I haven't, like, accidentally lobbed some acrylic in a different bin. Lots of bins going on, as you can see over here. This one right here, on top, right on top, there, that's all solid sock yarn. But in the actual bin is scraps for the sock square blanket. Just saying, lots of scraps. I have two bins going for sock scrap blankets, 2 different ones, because I'm crazy. I have to open up my iPad. Otherwise, you're not going to know what I'm talking about when I talk about stuff, right? So, January 1st came, and with that comes cast-on-itis. For me. Maybe not for you, but for me. There has to be a new sock. It was the Snuggle knit-along, so I cast on a Snuggle. And it is the Snuggle knit-along. The Snuggles go! The FAL, KAL, whatever you want to call it. See, we're not affiliated with the Snuggles Project, so technically I can't use their terminology without, like, stepping on toes, without their say-so, and they haven't emailed me back, so I don't have their say-so. So, pet blankets, since the pet blanket knit-along, it has started and will run till the end of February, I had to cast them on. But I also had to cast on socks, because I cast on socks on the new year every year. In my Seashore Sharon bag with puppies, because I thought winter puppies were so appropriate during snuggle time and winter time and sock knitting. Basically I took this basket, which is all variegated sock yarn. See, there's 3 different cubbies. This is an IKEA Expo whatever. Cubbies, squares, units, whatever you want to call them. There are 3 different ones for socks. This one is variegated. That one is scraps. Or no, this one is variegated. Yeah, these 2 are scraps, basically. And then over to the side are variegated semi-solids and solids. And off to the side is the self-striping. Which I dye. You would think I dye self-striping that I would stop procuring it at such an alarm. No. I want it all anyway. I'm an equal opportunity person. I don't need to dye it. I just need to knit it. So I took this basket. I need to stop trying to do that because, quite frankly, that's what's taking all the time. I took that basket and I set it in front of my mother on New Year's Eve day. I said, pick the next socks I'm doing. That way I don't have to. I just have to figure out which pattern I want. See, that way I'm good. And she picked this, which is a very near and dear to my heart skein. It is the Other Mother colorway, which has been renamed, I'm sure, by another crafty girl in her twinkle sock. And it was a gift to me from Miss Becca, who I was supposed to get together with and record this weekend. But yeah, no, seriously, I texted her, I'm like, I can't, don't come here, you'll catch this. Can we do it next weekend, please? She's like, oh my god, I'm sorry you're sick. I know, I hate it. I hate being unproductive. I hate not being able to do things. And even though I'm sitting there knitting and reading and eating and sleeping and pooping like anyone else, I'm not up, I'm not doing things, I can't do things, and my mind is going, but my body can't follow, and I hate that. And then my arms were so sore from the flu fatigue, you know, you get the flu fatigue, and I was just like, I can't even knit. I don't want to be alive. Because of course if you can't knit and you can't do anything else, you can't hold a book to read, You can't even focus on your iPad to play Puzzle Troopers. Like, you know you're sick. Just put on the Cat from Hell and let me be. Anywho, my mom picked the Other Mother colorway, which has been renamed, by another crafty girl in her Twinkle Sock base. And so I cast that on. It's 12:02. And I've got the heel flap turned. I am on the gusset decreases. Here we go. And it's a sexy colorway. And this is the Jack pattern by Regina Sata. See, I'm from Regina, so I have a hard time saying Regina. Despite the flight attendant who told me I was being very dirty when I kept saying, no, it's Regina. I'm going to say Regina. No, it's Regina. We were named after a queen. Quit mispronouncing the city. What's it? Dirty. Sounds very dirty. Well, I sound very dirty, but I'm from Regina, the city that rhymes with fun. So, anywho, Regina Satta, S-A-T-T-A. It's a free pattern. It's J-E-C-K. It's very simple. Slip stitch with a little bit of pearl detail. I love the way it pooled. And there's my heel. It's a 2-row repeat, free pattern. Love it. Love, love, love. I think this would work really well for a self-striping. I should probably try it on a self-striping because the pattern is like a 2-row repeat and one of the rows is knit. I think it'd be very beneficial for self-striping. There's going to be a lot of that too. It's a good thing you love me. And of course with January 1st came the official SSK cast on. See, I knew there was a reason I opened my PDF. I opened my iPod. Pad of I. And after having attended an SSK, I understand the value of the tickets we get. So I cast on the Morning Coffee by Amy Herzog. There we go. It's a very simple short sleeve cardigan. The sleeves are actually knit flat and then seamed, which makes me happy because apparently when I knit sleeves in the round, they never get done. And so I cast that on January 1st, and I finished the back. I finished it last night, actually. And it's rolling in on itself, and it's big. Like, I mean, don't let the roll deceive you here. It's me-sized, so it's big. It's very plain. It's just got a little hem detail. The hem detail is not ribbing, so I didn't mind doing it. I'm doing it in the out of Malabrigo Rios, which is a worsted weight. I forgot how fast worsted weight goes. That's probably why. Malabrigo Rios in the Bobby Blue colorway, and it rolls in on itself when it's not being flattened. It's big, it's long. I did modify it in that I added an inch before I started the armhole shaping because I knew. I said in my head, Sadie, add an inch, otherwise you'll be mad. And so the back took a ball and a half. There's the, well, maybe 3/4. Here's the remainder, and that is going to get cast on for the front half. Have until the end of February, so I'm not really worried. The two things I'm doing that have deadlines are the Morning Coffee and the Snuggles, which are both at the end of February. So really, everything else is just in between gravy. I'm not particularly worried. I would like to get Morning Coffee done by the end of January, because then I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to be worrying about Snuggles till the end of February, but that's just that's my no longer. I have to care. Well, I don't have to care. I just really care. It's just, or else I wouldn't be doing it. My leg fell asleep because I sat on it too long. And then I joined the dark side. Like I said, we went to Joann's to get the buttons. And is this my tag? It is, okay, good. We went to Joann's to get buttons for the calligraphy cardigan, and there was a sale. And I had been browsing Ravelry, my friend's page. See, I'm horrible at replying to messages right now. Like, it takes me forever to get replied to someone, but so it goes. Like, I mean, I've been busy for the last 3-4 weeks. You know, family ill. That's how it goes. But anywho, I had been looking at people's friends, like, because, you know, when you have a minute, that's what you do. And my mom's a knitter too, so we can look at those and have fun. And I saw this blanket. Someone had either favorited it or put it in their queue. I'll show you now. This. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, I want to make that now. And I want it in black instead of white. It's crochet. My mother taught me how to crochet when I was little, and so I knew she knew how to crochet. And I said, Mom, do you know what this, can you explain this pattern to me? Because it's basically a tutorial, right? It's a free pattern it's the Diamond Stitch Blanket by Happy in Red, and it's a free pattern. And so Mom showed me how to do it, and I started a blanket. But because I had seen it on Ravelry, and I had an approximation of what I would need when we went to, and then I figured if I see some yarn, I don't have an Afghan's worth of yarn in the house. I was like, if I see some yarn at Joann's that's acrylic or superwash or something that I can use without exuding money, fine. They had a sale on Lion Brand Woolies, which is the 80-20 machine washable, machine dryable acrylic wool blend. Seriously, Beetle, you're gonna get trapped in there and then you're gonna meow at me. Just like wandering around over there. So I picked some up. I picked up the colors I wanted. I figured it out in my head, like the color scheme, which is what I'm following. I got home and I numbered them all, and then I bought a crochet hook. It's plastic. It's a plastic Susan Bates because I didn't know if I had the 6mm J hook I needed for the Lion Brand Wool Ease worsted. And I'm going to have like a crap ton of ends to weave in. I will probably weave them in as I go, but really at this point I was just like riding high off of knowing what I was doing. So Mom showed me. She basically did the setup row of black, and then this thing is huge. It's big. Because you can cast on a multiple of however many stitches, so we decided how long it should be. And then I went to town. Now I actually know the pattern, and I can look at it and tell where I'm going to be next. But I enjoy it. I'm not going to become a crocheter by any stretch of the imagination. I probably, I made a cupcake. I can crochet an edge. I can do all of these things, and now I can crochet this particular blanket. That is about the extent of my crochet knowledge. Although Annette of the Gentle Ribbon podcast made her crochet patterns free, which means I may try and endeavor to make them because they're cute. But this is where I'm going. And there's about, so I've got the yellows to the oranges to the reds to a green, and then it goes to a blue and to a purple. And then I'm just going to go back and forth that way. You'll get to see it, but I'm liking it. Apparently I'm in a blanket mood. I will knit all the blankets. And if I can't knit them, I will crochet them instead. Mwahaha. Apparently I'm also sounding like Dr. Evil. So of course, that is the Diamond Stitch Blanket tutorial by Happy in Red. You can find it on Ravelry. It's free. It links you to a site. I believe it's in Finnish. Let me double check on that. I know it's in another language. Is it Finnish or is it German? Dutch. Sorry, all you Dutchies. But I think my grandmother spoke Low Dutch, which is German or something like that. Or is it Low German is Dutch? I should know this. She spoke it. The Mennonite community speaks it as well. So it's written in Dutch and then it's written in English. So as you read it, it'll have the instructions in Dutch and then in English. It's very easy to follow. There are pictures, so you can actually know what you're supposed to be doing, which really helps. A very good tutorial. Me and my mother could figure it out. My mother knew what she was talking about, and I'm like, it looks like this. She's like, oh yeah. Yeah. And then she just went to town. I'm like, no, you have to teach me. Only after the black row was done, because when the black row was being done, I was like, I have no idea. And apparently I crochet backwards, but that's fine. The crochet police are not going to come and get me because I crochet backwards. As long as I don't lean back too far. You can't tell it says free pussy. Riot. So those are the 3 things I've really been working on. Aside from snuggles. There's going to be more snuggles. I have to have more snuggles. And of course, been ear burned by several podcasters, so that's fun. People are joining in. Of course, there is a bucket of prizes. You do not know how big the bucket of prizes is. I don't know how big the bucket of prizes is because more prizes are coming in. And if you would like to donate more prizes, hey, donate more prizes. Because I am going to go crazy giving out prizes. It's just the plan. The plan. I would like to beat our previous goal and really warm some kittens and puppies up. And I had a viewer who is curious about UK places in the chatter thread. She had asked if anyone knew of UK places. So if there are any UK places that you can donate snuggles to that you know of, you should tell me in the thread so we know. But she did contact one place and they said yes. And that is also in the thread there. So if you, of course, chatter if you need to know where to go, if you need help finding something. Chatter thread. The photo thread, put your photos there. The guidelines are in there. And then there's the trifecta thread. I moved right into miscellaneous. I like how the flu, New Year, and snuggles are in there. The New Year, I have a flu, and snuggles are happening. And then, because there was a 15% off coupon, and really, I'm the queen of coupons. Like, you tell me, well, I'm not the queen of coupons. Like, I couldn't be on extreme couponing, although those women do blow my mind in a very odd way. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching the weirdest stuff, and the hubby's like, how can you watch this crap? And I'm like, because I watch it differently, because I'm an anthropologist. That was my degree. It's like, I watch it and I think about the socio-cultural impact of things. I can't turn that part of my brain off. So when I watch it, it's not like I'm watching junk food television. I'm watching it on an academic level, and then I kind of hate myself for doing that. But anywho, coupons. Gail of Gail's Fiber has a coupon. I'm not sure if it's done yet or not, but there was a coupon. It is posted in our group, so go join a group. But ironically enough, I had just finished sectioning off the Superwash BFL nylon, or Blue Face Wool Nylon, 8515, 6 ounces in the Sherlock colorway, which is not in here, because I divided it into 3 for 3-ply for socks. I cleaned off my cleaned off my bobbins like I was getting ready. I was going to start it in the new year, and then I got sick. So it's waiting for me. That's going to get spun. But there was a coupon. Are you ready for this? And I had just divided the fiber. That's what instilled in me. First off, this. Do you see this? Can you see this? Look at this. Are you looking at this? I don't know if you're looking at this properly. Look at it. Look at it. Can you? It's just so yum. I love it. 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 This is gift wrap. It is also a superwash Blueface wool nylon blend, 6-ounce pump, which means you can spin it for socks. And I saw it and I was like, I need to spin this for socks. Like this color right here, this color right here. That's all I needed, really. And then up here, these colors, Mardi Gras. So I was like, I need this. I need to spin this for socks. It needs to be done because apparently I'm all about spinning socks this year. Because I'm doing the 14 pairs in 2014, which I'm sure I will have done before the year is even halfway out, but I'm trying to keep track on how many pairs I knit in a year. Just, I'm curious. Because I know the dog eats like 5 pairs a year. At least. He's a hound. So I got that, and then there's one of these, and I had to have it. And I had seen this on her Instagram. She posted a picture on Instagram. She was knitting with this. Not on this base, but in a different base. This is the Wonder Sock, which is a superwash BFL wool and nylon 75/25, 465 yards. This is graffiti and asphalt. There's graffiti and asphalt. And graffiti has a regular background and asphalt has more of a gray background. So, I like the asphalt one. There we go. You have no idea how sexy this yarn is. I had to have it. I had to. Like, there's neon. It's like a splatterpunk dream. That's what it looks like, splatterpunk. But, had to have it. So I got it. With a coupon. Coupon! So, yeah. If you have some Christmas money left over and you aren't waiting for me to update, I'll understand if you're waiting for me to update, but really, I mean, it's okay. I will update more. You should still go and take advantage of the 15% off at Gale. Gale's Art. Which is galesart.com. Yes, www.galesart.com. Yeah. Love it! I don't know what I want to do with it. Chances are I'll make socks. But I would love these socks, and I will try to keep them from being eaten by my dog. That was my enablement of the season. And a part of my Christmas gift was that my mom let me go crazy on the Blue Moon website, and I can't wait until that gets here. But I haven't gotten the click and ship yet. Actually, she'll get the click and ship, but she has been informed to tell me as soon as she gets it, so that I can neurotically go and like stock my mailbox. Not that I don't stock my mailbox already, but sorry, earbud people. But I'm excited to go and get that. I'll show it to you when I get it. But that is everything I have, really. And my voice is going, and I'm probably going to start coughing more because my NyQuil's probably wearing off. And I know it's the daytime and I should be taking DayQuil. Whatever. Gale's Art Love, Snuggles, the Flu, New Year, everything I worked on. It's January. That's all I got. I will see everybody next week. Come join the Yarniverse group, the Yarniverse boards, where you can post your pictures of your snuggles or your whatever you want to call them. I don't care what you call them. I think they're pet blankets on the board officially. And if you're a podcaster and you want to join in, go crazy. If you're a dyer, spinner, knitter, whatever, if you want to donate something, PM me on Rav. And aside from that, I think that's everything. I will see everybody next week. I will probably have stuff to show you for the update. I'm going to get dyeing either this afternoon. I'm not sure if I'll start dyeing this afternoon. It depends on how I feel. I should be back up to dyeing stuff for sure tomorrow, which means I'll be dyeing tomorrow. And probably like further on. So the update will probably be on Monday or Tuesday. But I'll go over that more, and you can always check that out on the Knitter's Nightmare board where I post all the updates that are going to happen and what's going to be in them. I know A lot of people want the Thank You for Being a Friend colorways. That'll be making a new appearance. The Snuggles colorways for cats and dogs. That'll be getting up there. And a couple other things. I'm introducing DK weight stripes since people have asked for them. And yeah. I hope everyone has a great week. I hope everyone had a great New Year. And I will see y'all next week.